Talking to head coach Lars Andersson, previewing Saturday's matchup at Georgia Southwestern or PBC opener. Lars, before we get into that, again, let's revisit the last game. A couple performances to highlight. 12 saves by Janae Aiken, but no bigger performance in that game than Julie Fisher's first career goal to equalize it for you.
Well, we've had a good time with Julie about scoring that goal. Obviously, Julie has been an outstanding defender for a long time on our team, but sometimes you got to go with a gut feeling. I felt like we weren't getting a hold of the ball in the midfield. We always fell a goal behind, and that's when it's time to shuffle the cards a little bit and gamble. And I asked Julie initially, I said, Julie, can you go in and give me 10 or 12 good minutes? And she came in and scored a Ronaldo-like goal, and I couldn't be happier for her. She's a great representative of our soccer team, both on and off the pitch, and to come in as a left back and bury a ball side netting to equalize the game against number 10 in the country is a pretty big event. So I was happy for her, and it just kind of I think highlights what I think is going to be a very positive year. Good things are happening to us.
Let's sort of assess your team through two games. I mean, you got to be pleased. I mean, 1-0-1. I know you told me on the in post game the other night that this team's all about winning, but you're happy to get that result on the road against Wingate.
Well, I'm an old European. I think if you can get a point on the road, as we say, we'll take it. Sure, I would have loved to have a win. We had an opportunity to win the game on a corner kick with about a minute left in the game. Jasmine Senecal Guzman went up in the air, headed the ball about half a foot wide of the far post. But let's be fair, Wingate had ample opportunities, particularly late in the second half, to score a second goal. Janae came up big. Our defense came up big, and we really came up big as a team. It was a total team effort. We obviously lost Michelle Hernandez early in the game to an injury, and Lovisa had not been cleared yet to play in this game. She will obviously play this weekend, but we'll take a point against a very good team on the road, and I give Wingate a lot of credit. They are a good team. I know they've, by their standards, gotten off to a bit of a rough start this year, but they're going to right the ship, and they'll be a very good team come NCAA tournament time.
Speaking of the road, you go back out on the road on Saturday, open your Peach Belt Conference schedule against Georgia Southwestern, team you've had a lot of success against in the past, but as you'll attest to, there's no easy game in the Peach Belt Conference.
Well, I know we all say that. Our baseball coach Paul O'Neill will say that. I will say that. Our men's soccer coach will say that. This is the Peach Belt, and I will go on record and state that top to bottom, it is the best Division II women's soccer conference in the country. I take absolutely no point, no win for granted. We have to go on the road. We have a lot of young players on this team. We have a lot of young players where this will be their first road trip. First time they're staying in a hotel with their teammates. First time they're traveling on a bus for 7 or 8 hours to an away college game. So we will make sure that we prepare. We will make sure that we respect our opponent, and we have a task at hand, and we're going to make sure that we complete that task.
Talking to men's soccer head coach Phil Hindson, previewing Saturday's PBC opener at Georgia Southwestern on the road. Coach, before we get into previewing the Georgia Southwestern game, I want to revisit last night's game against Wingate. Obviously a 2-0 loss for you. You said you were pleased after the game. We really held our own against a very good Wingate squad.
Yeah, I was very happy with last night. I mean, the guys made progress. You know, they really did well, and you know, Wingate's a very strong team. We competed well, but as I said last night, I think the depth overall, they're very strong. 6, 7, 8 guys off the bench, which there's really no teams in that we play against that have that depth, and so I was happy.
You talked about your team making progress last night. Give us a progress report through the first 2 games of your season. Obviously, you've seen some things that you like. You've seen some things that you don't like. But what's sort of your progress report through the first 2 games?
I think we made a big step last night defensively, and that was the key that we've talked about. You know, we have to get better there, and I keep stating that's been how we brought the success the last 3 years. So from that standpoint, it's been good. But now we've got to maintain what we did last night. If we can come with the same level as last night, will be a tough game for anybody we play this year, but it's about maintaining that consistency and not dropping back to kind of level against Mount Olive.
Back on the road this weekend, open up Peach Belt Conference play against Georgia Southwestern.
Yeah.
This team has had a lot of success against the past. against in the past.
Yeah.
But you and I were talking before we got on camera. They posted a big result in the preseason, but there's no easy games in this conference as well.
No, there's no easy games, period. Now every team, you can lose every game, you can win every game depending on the bounce of the ball. So we just got to be ready, be prepared. We will be, and just come in with the same focus. Our focus was very good last night. Preparation was very good. We gave a good performance. So if we do the same thing, then we'll give ourselves a good chance.